In the twilight of an October night, where the gridiron glistened with dew and determination, Notre Dame and Louisville clashed in a contest worthy of the greatest college football classics. Like knights of old tilting on emerald fields, the Irish emerged victorious, edging out the Cardinals 31-24 in a game that brimmed with tension and tenacity from start to finish. From the opening whistle, it was clear both teams were ready to write their story in the annals of football lore. The Irish, spurred by a fervent home crowd, struck first with a burst of vigor, putting up 21 points in a dazzling first quarter. Quarterback Riley Leonard orchestrated the offense with a general's precision, connecting on 17 of 23 passes for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. His cool demeanor belied the storm brewing on the opposite sideline. Louisville, however, would not be silenced. Like a boxer absorbing an early flurry of punches, they steadied themselves and fought back, chipping away at the lead with quarterback Tyler Shuck leading the charge. Shuck, displaying the poise of a seasoned field marshal, went 24 for 41 through the air for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. His primary targets, Jaden Brooks and Chris Lacey, danced through the Irish secondary, combining for 10 receptions and over 140 yards. The Cardinals closed the gap by halftime, setting the stage for a second-half duel. The third quarter played out like a war of attrition. Both defenses dug in, refusing to yield ground easily. The Irish, anchored by a tenacious front line, bottled up Louisville's run game, limiting star rusher Isaac Brown to 72 yards on 13 carries. Leonard, on the other hand, was masterful with his legs as much as his arm, scampering for 52 yards and a touchdown, his movements echoing those of a chess master positioning for a decisive endgame. With the scoreboard locked and tension mounting, the game entered its final chapter. In the fourth quarter, the Irish struck once more, putting 7 crucial points on the board. Louisville, undeterred, countered with a scoring drive of their own, tightening the scoreline and turning every fan's breath into misty puffs of anticipation. As the clock wound down, Notre Dame clung to their slim lead. With 47 seconds left, Leonard took the field one final time. The Irish faithful held their breath as he executed back-to-back kneel-downs, a simple act that carried the weight of a long and grueling battle. With the final tick of the clock, Notre Dame stood victorious, their 31-24 triumph etched in memory as a game of resilience and resolve. Statistically, Louisville edged the Irish in total yardage, amassing 395 yards to Notre Dame's 280. Yet the game's pulse was not merely in the numbers. It was in the grit of the Irish defense, who forced 3 turnovers, and in the savvy play calling that capitalized on key moments. Notre Dame's run game, while not overpowering, provided the necessary balance, with Leonard, Jeremiah Love, and the supporting cast carving out 117 hard-earned yards on the ground. Louisville had their chances. They moved the chains more often, converting 19 first downs to Notre Dame's 11, and held the ball for over 32 minutes. But as Grantland Rice once wrote, it's not the yardage that wins the game, but the unyielding will to finish. And on this night, it was Notre Dame's resolve that shone brightest, securing a hard-fought victory that will resonate long after the echoes of battle have faded.